want them down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she?
I feel like I haven't been producing YouTube videos and it's always like the same-ish. Every single time I say, sorry, I don't make videos. There's a lot of things going in my mind. It's a lot of nobody cares, nobody's listening, so what's the point? Also, boredom, because I'm never satisfied with one thing. Well, I do get satisfied with one thing, but when it comes to like my goals, my ambitions, what I do, what I like doing, I'm always changing. One day I could be roller skating, one day I could be biking, one day I think I want to start my own business, the next day I think I'm going to write a book. Like, there's so many things going on in my brain, and I will start something and I'll finish it to a certain degree. I feel like the name that I've been given from birth is determining like my personality. Anyways, I think of my name means the sky is the limit. I don't know where this name's going to take me. I always felt like as a child that's a big pressure to have, and I feel like I haven't accomplished much. I'm 25, but I feel like I look at life as like anything is attainable if I want it. So that's what I feel. With the YouTube channel, people aren't watching as much, so I feel like a little bit more relaxed. There's less pressure. If there is pressure, I'm putting that pressure on myself. Most of the time, I do have things or content to produce, but then I get in my head and I say, nobody cares, nobody wants to listen. But then I have to remember each and every one of us has our own story to tell. Each and every one of us has something to share. And it could be relatable to someone else one way or the other. And I don't think we should hide our lights from the world. Why am I making this video? Sometimes I just want to talk candidly. I haven't been talking about much. Most of the things that I've done on this channel so far, the start of this channel, when I first wanted to talk about natural hair, because natural hair was a big thing to me growing up. I didn't see any like black girls, black women really like wearing their natural hair. Now, probably like 8+ years, 10+ years later, it's a big movement. You don't even bat your eye when you see a girl wearing her afro, when you're seeing like all sorts of women across all races just accepting their natural hair. So that's done. After that, I was like in my phase of, just talking about any issues, talking about boy problems and anything that I was facing and just talking. And that was a good release, but then I got a little shy because I felt like I was sharing too much. And I like to say I am a private person. I think we're in a culture where everything has to be shared or shown. Everything is for clout. Everybody's chasing after some type of attention. So I think people should keep some things close to their chest. I don't need to go on Instagram and I don't need to see all that stuff. Just keep it to yourself and keep moving. I'll keep to that. The next thing was the pandemic happened. I was bored. I had a lot of free time. I was working part-time. So I was working during the pandemic. I was fortunate, praise God. But I had a lot of time. I was bored. I couldn't see people. So what did I do? I watched TV. I made reviews. The reviews were really good. Not gonna lie, I think I'm a pretty good commentator. I think I'm a pretty good talker, casually by myself in my room. But that was tiring. The only way I could do that is if I gave up my life, gave up my job to do that. The pandemic allowed for a lot of time. So that's why I was able to produce content weekly. That was probably the most intense I've ever pushed myself. And people do those type of things for a living. That's why you see a lot of commentators do it for a living. But it's draining. A lot of commentators that I watched have like stepped back because they're overwhelmed. Or it's not fun for them anymore. I did it because it was fun. I did it because I liked the community aspect, but I stopped because I was tired. So I did like 3 shows, Insecure, May I Destroy You, and this like web series called Love After Lockdown. And that was an interesting thing. What else? And then after that is I fell in love. But it was in the midst of that stuff that I fell in love, or someone caught my attention. And that guy was my lovely current boyfriend, David. This would end so bad. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Like, he's locked in. Well, I'm locked in. I hope he's locked in. He's locked in. But I keep on mentioning his name throughout all my videos. So I'm always probably, if worst comes to worst, God forbid, it's not going to happen, he has to be cut out of all these videos. So I'm like, should I be saying his name? Anyways, it doesn't even matter. Like, nobody watches me anyways. So that's why I love making videos. It's just like, it's so carefree. It's so low pressure. I used to have a big deal being like, how am I going to produce more videos? Too many people are watching me. This is overwhelming. But now nobody watches me. So it's chill. I could talk about anything and nobody would care. Anyways, as you can see. So yeah, I met a boy. I was in my feels. I was like, I'm going to start a couple channel. Never started the couple channel. Maybe if we get married, sure, I'll start a couple channel because we're actually really entertaining together. But other than that, so yeah, it was like lingering between the sharing with my community about my boyfriend because I've been talking about my boy problems. And then now I feel like I'm floating. I'm floating and trying to figure out like, where is this channel going to go? And you know what? I like just talking to the camera. I like just talking and sharing what I have to say. I don't even think the things that I have to say are significant, but I like what I'm doing here. And I just feel like it's natural. I remember one time in university, I was producing these videos just talking candidly to the camera. And then some of my university friends discovered my YouTube channel. And then there was a comment from one person that says, hey Kegs, you need to change your content because eventually the talking to the camera stuff is gonna get old and tiring. And I was just like, oh, I do? Okay. And ever since then, that idea has been in my head, like the things that I'm doing is not enough. I'm gonna lose traction with my community. But I think it's these type of now that I'm like older, wiser, I think it's like these type of conversations are very important, and it's more how can I put it, there's a sense of authenticity and there's a sense of being genuine, being sincere. I don't do any of this stuff. The only time I've like been looking for fame was when I was doing the natural hair stuff. And that did bring me it did help my channel to grow in terms of numbers, but the numbers don't even add up. So it doesn't even make sense. But I do like just talking to the camera. I feel like I have like a lot of things inside of me, and the reason why I don't want to share them to a camera because I do know that people in my life know about my channel and they have their eyes on me. But also I think that's in my head because really nobody's watching my channel. But I do like to be transparent. I do like to be honest. And I think making videos like this makes more sense for me. It's more relaxed. I'm not going to say it's low effort because coming up with things to say takes time. I'm not like an AI generated script. Like, these are genuine emotions. These are genuine words. So yeah, it was a lot of rambling, and probably going forward, I'm probably going to do more rambling. And that's how I feel. So my name is Kegs. I hope you love me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta